We back and we ballin'. Let us continue where we left off. Just have idiot, dude. Like idiot armor is 100% a thing, right? It actually gives you like hyper armor. No joke. Live on sauce if it works. Not if look if it works, it's not stupid. Like that is 100% a thing, right? As it turns out, if it works, and people, it just works. Todd Howard. Like, yeah, if it works, it's not stupid. Grats. You have solved the issue. Wasn't the way people expected? No. But did it resolve it? Yes. I mean, obviously, there's something to be said for, well, it's, you know, it ain't stupid, but it fixed it. Okay, but you're holding together $500,000 of machinery with zip ties and glue. Probably not something you want to necessarily advertise or continue down that line on. Just repair the goddamn machine. Bug. Middle-aged woman who asked. That's the one. Ask if was the bathroom said when the bathroom was 20 feet. I don't know, man. Like that is one of those that I would argue. I don't know. I would see. I think I'm not necessarily the correct person to comment, because I would offhand say I feel common sense dictates just use the restroom. Just use a private area. Not necessarily that it has its own room tied behind it. I don't know. That was a strange one to me. Must guess what you know. Stop mixing bleach and stuff. Stop it. How about let's just not use bleach in general? You know what? We're gonna make a certification that you have to get like forklift certified just to use bleach. So fun fact: if you're running this, if you trigger the Mia cutscene, I'm gonna go a little bit in here. I think there's a coin here. If you trigger, no, there's not. If you trigger the Mia cutscene, Marguerite shows up. If you don't go down there and trigger the Mia cutscene, it's kind of for real estate to do whatever, because Marguerite doesn't actually spawn. It's to hit Master Duel. I'm not. I still need to actually go and buy my buy the funny. I still need to go buy my Evil Hero support IRL. I've been waiting for Neos Lord to come down a little bit. I mean, he's still sitting about 3 to 5 USD. He's still kind of sitting in that funny area. I think he's gonna go down a little more. Then again, I might be making it. The new Link 4 or whatever, like the new Fiend Link or whatever, is like $30. I might have to bite the bullet on that one. That one sounds like it is a too good to pass up kind of moment. Hi, I didn't see you there. We're not gonna talk about that, chat. I didn't miss that. I don't know what you're talking about. I did not miss that. I don't know what you're talking about, chat. Didn't happen. Ammonia, mop floor. Especially if you're gonna get someone else involved, right? Like, especially if you're gonna hand it off to somebody. Stop. Oh my god, if there's one actual like the more you know benefit that I could do to society, stop mixing chemicals. Unless realistically, right? Unless you know what you're doing. Unless you're an actual, like, chemist status, right? Like, don't mix stuff. You don't know what that's going to be. Even then, right? I would argue if company says, don't mix chemicals, don't mix chemicals. Let's just stop mixing chemicals. Please. Like, it's not hard. It's not. I missed. Exactly. He dodged. I didn't miss at all. To play paper again if the nearest store where I could play was an hour. Yeah, that's the big one. I live in a smaller area in Idaho. I have to go to bigger area in Idaho to play. That being said, like, there's some of the community I vibed with, but reasonably, I would want somebody to go to tournaments with. Like, here's the thing: I would play competitive Pokemon, both TCG and VGC. I would do that again. I'd play a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh again. Competitive Yu-Gi-Oh is a silly place. I don't want to do it. I already have to do enough solo, right? Like, effectively, I have to, like, you know, effectively what I do, right? Like, sure, I have my odd collab streams, but for all intents and purposes, I'm kind of just doing my own thing, am I not? Like, I would want that social experience. Reasonably, what I want, are you ready for this? Reasonably, I just want L5R again. I literally just want Legend of the Five Rings 2.0. That's all I want. I just want to go. I want to throw dammits on the table. I want to make fun of somebody because they're of their clan affiliation. I'm gonna call them a Stinky Crane Clan player, but know that they, via their generous courtesy, they in fact allowed me to draw an extra card. Like, I just want fun hijinks again. I want L5R 2.0. That's all I want. That's why when L5R just does weird things, I'm like, that's why I get so pissed off. Like, please, I just want L5R again. Give me that social experience. Literally the best social experience I've had. Oh my god. Reaching master anyways, I'll just stay here and plat. Yeah, I mean, that master grind is going to be fucking rough. I mean, you're entering super sweat territory. Pain will increase. Dude, I'm very curious what the future of Engraver is going to be, if I'm being completely honest. I'm very curious what Engraver is going to do for the game. Not just from, like, the actual meta, but when we talk about actual game design, I think that we're going to start seeing things, more one-link cards. I think we're going to start seeing that power scale increase. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Yu-Gi-Oh's always had power scaling issues, right? Well, always had line go up, right? That's how power creep works. Like, this is a well-documented thing. This is how power creep works. If set 1, you have a one-cost red creature for 1, eventually you'll have a 1-cost red creature for that has like a 2/2, right? Or even a 3/3, but it might have a restriction on it, right? Like, that's just how power creep works, right? You're pushing the envelope more and more and more, and that's where we enter the concept of rotation. Like that like literally things that are well documented in game design. Like oh god, oh I love talking game design. I know it bores people. Oh my god, I love talking game design though. Like, oh god, so good. Bleach's touch paint and my head's not. Yeah, dude, Bleach sucks. I don't know. Like, even then, like, I don't even think I use Bleach for anything. I don't think there's anything that I actually use Bleach for. I think the most I would use it for is like toilet status. But even then, I don't think that really does anything, right? Like, I could you get the same effect with like vinegar or something, right? Is really what I'm trying to get across. 1, 2, 3. All right. But yeah, very curious about power creep. Very curious where it's going to go. At minimum, even outside of a metagame perspective, always curious what the effects are going to be on the overall health and design of a game, because that helps you figure out what's going on going forward. Simple green for my cleaning needs because Bleach makes me lightheaded. Yeah, I think I'd have to really dive into any benefits of using Bleach. Like, maybe, I don't know. Like okay, if you're like, I don't know. Let's say you got a foreclosed house, right? Or you say you got the house that was actually like derelict status, right? Like this, right? Okay, maybe I could see the argument for a really harsh cleaning agent like Bleach, right? Maybe. I don't know necessarily in crime scenes. I know allegedly Coca-Cola was used because of how acidic it is to clean up red paint on roadways in California. I heard that one a number of times. In terms of actually, like, I don't know. I'd have to really have a firm argument really presented on what Bleach should be used for. I'm sure there's an actual valid use case, right? Like, there's valid use cases in a lot of different things. Like, just a matter of finding the correct one. It's the right tool for the job, right? Are you shooting distance, okay? Maybe you're not necessarily using 9mm if you're shooting 500 yards. Sure, you can, but why not use, like, the 30-06? The answer in that case specifically is cost. 30-06 is going to be way more expensive than 9mm, obviously, right? But that's the funny N-word nuance, right? Like, the nuance in that is, yes, it's going to cost a lot. Also, maybe you just want to shoot 9 at 500 yards. I don't know. Sky's the limit. Bleach get rid of the red panel that never really does get rid of it all. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to actually have someone I could probably ask. Next time I talk to her, I'll have to ask her. She has slight forensic experience, so I might actually ask a person I know about that. Someone who's a janitor. Cool. Yeah. So cool. Then the toilet argument's just completely gone. Then, which cool. I appreciate the citation on that. Once again, just showcasing that. Cool. This seems like it's just not the right tool for the job. Awesome. That's fine. We've done it. We've solved it. The Neanderthal hydrogen peroxide is our friend. Hydrogen peroxide goes hard. It really do kind of go hard though.
Ethan?
We're gonna get rid of the base chem fluid. It's gonna hurt, but I don't really care. Fun fact: you don't have to actually play out the cutscene to completion. You can just move. You can just go away. Ethan literally runs the other way, and then you can. And then it depends which door you go through. I'll trigger Marguerite on this door.
Stay the fuck out!
MMO like Sword Art Online, mine is getting stuck in a game for months. I do it, yeah, 100%. You kidding me? Dude, I would sword and board all day. Dude, I would actually become Heathcliff. I would become the unkillable paladin. You kidding me? Where did she go? I know she's here. Neuro rounds versus flame rounds. Does anyone actually know the benefit? Does anyone know the difference?
There you are.
Damn. It chased her off. You can actually damage her enough that she will actually just run off. It's neat. I like it. I think it's great. Soaked in cold water overnight, then chuck in the washing machine. Don't get rid of it completely. Peroxide could also help. That's not a bad... Yeah, I thank you for that knowledge. That actually helps a lot. Especially when... So me, right? This is just a me-ism. I will actually get really bad nosebleeds when it gets really cold. So yeah, that is definitely something I've actually had to deal with. Like just, well, yeah, that's a lot of red paint. Spooter. Jump on that. It depends. I don't know what the state of VR is right now. I know they were pushing it really hard for a while. I don't really know if there is any. I don't know. Yeah, it's PR wording. Don't worry about it. It's safe for work wording. Oh, listen to this bleeder. Dude, it sucks. Yeah, it gets super cold and I'm just like, ah, yeah. It's so funny because like I was doing what was I doing recently? I was doing something recently. Oh yeah, I was doing something. I was building 40K. I was doing something and I cut myself doing something. And I was just like, I'll deal with this later. Probably not. I have become someone who's really kind of, who used to, not necessarily freak out, right? But been like, okay, yeah, I kind of need to deal with this. Deal with, certain red paint injuries. To the point now, I'm just like, that's a mild inconvenience. I'll deal with it when I can. which, okay, in all fairness, I should, obviously you should probably clean it in advance, right? You should do your best to go and clean it early because, infection. Other than that, though, it's just really funny because now it's just a mild inconvenience for me, and I just work through it. RE7, but we done my horror games bucket list after Outlast. I want to play both of those, actually. Outlast is one of those I probably would have to get handheld through. I'd probably have to have somebody help me through that. Yeah, it makes my anxiety shoot through the roof. It looks good, though. I saw Markiplier play Whistleblower. It was good. I'm like, let's get there. Oh, well, I'll deal with it later. Better playing the old games on my PS3. Yeah. Honestly, I've been really... oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, there's a... yeah, and there's one behind me, right? Yep. Yeah, they pincer you. This one was actually really fun to deal with. I totally forgot about this for a second. Yeah, honestly, I've been going back to playing some older games as well. Like, especially because, like, there's so many games in my backlog, right? Like, I'm gonna bust through Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire fairly soon. I'm gonna bust through several other games. Like, I've been itching to play more games again. I know Mass Effect is something I've been really itching to get back to for, like, a couple of years. Dark Souls, even. Eventually, I will go through Dark Souls again. It'll just take me a minute. But, like, stuff I want to play this year. It's why I'm down to, like, trying to do the 1 uploads a day thing, especially if they're good uploads. Daily Dose of Internet as well. That'll be the supplementary uploads that I do. Like, Daily Dose of Internet and Emperor's Text-to-Speech, honestly, are really decently sized enough. That's a crow key. I am at full health. Fuck. I don't like having to use that now. I could have inventory managed, decided not to. I'm trying to remember what the crow key does. So... Well, it's key. It's a key, Kip. Yeah, no, son. The two doors that it unlocks, I think, are Marguerite over to the right, across the plank. I think it also unlocks main house. I think is keyword. Yeah, unlocks where the grenade launcher is, or it's supposed to be. Let's go see what it actually unlocks. Hey, mister, how's it going? Deep Rock Dark Tide, yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Deep Rock is actually one that it's going to be really fun to go through this coming year. If you had a 3DS, you could stream with you play 3DS. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Are you kidding me? So, the issue that I have... Sorry, rub my eyes really quick. The issue that I have with my 3DS is that I don't have a Katsu Kitty installed on it. I don't even know if they make those anymore. You know, where you had to actually put... solder firmware onto it so you could just plug it into your PC. Dude, if someone knows where I could pick one of those up, I'd be very thankful for the information. I know they're not going to be cheap. I know back when Katsu Kitty, I think, originally discontinued it about Pokemon Sun and Moon era, right? Back when Katsu Kitty initially stopped doing it, I think they were approaching that $500 mark. Like, it was getting up there. But I can't imagine they've gotten much better. Or alternatively, there might be derivative firmware at this point. We might actually have cheaper alternatives. I don't know. That's a thing. Yeah. Look up Katsu Kitty. Katsu Kitty. Katsu Kitty 3DS. Yeah. The way I understood it is people were soldering firmware on, and they were able to use that to plug it into their PC. The issue is it was expensive. The issue is also you're literally soldering onto hardware, so you want to make sure that you or someone is able to at least, you know, use soldering equipment, right? Like, actually, just to not mess your stuff up. I mean, I would see about purchasing one wholesale if they exist, right? Like, something that I'm interested in. However, I can't in any way, shape, or form. I'll have to look for it. I don't know if Katsu Kitty still exists anymore. Even then, the ones on the market may be few and far between, if there's any on the market. And played Dead Space 2 and only played 1. I've run through 2 a number of times. I love 2. Back on my 360 days, I actually ran Dead Space 2's 3 save difficulty. Seeksu, hi, thanks for the follow. Dead Space 2 is an interesting game, let's put it that way. I actually really adore it. I think that Dead Space 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. And I honestly would love more. On Etsy for over 500. That's not bad. So they've maintained pretty consistent, actually. That might be one of those. That actually might be one of those I would do a dono goal for. I would do it. Yeah, because I'd play like hard gold on stream. So my issue is actually I don't like emulation. So let me rephrase that, because that's going to be a contentious statement. Sure, if you own the copy, dump the copy, as long as it's a legal copy, whatever, don't care, right? Do it, whatever. I can never get into emulated like games. I'll try to play it. Like if I tried to play my legit copy of Fire Red on an emulator, because it's not actual official hardware, my brain just doesn't like it. Like my brain just can't play it. I don't know what it is. Once again, not that it's bad. My brain just can't do it. My brain just doesn't like it. So it's interesting. 386 XL for $750. Yeah, that's also eBay too. But I mean, yeah, I guess you could find out on eBay, right? I put the key away, didn't I?
All right. This is beyond the pale. You hear me? Beyond the pale.
Bonk. Panorama. I'm really not. Like, it's, once again, it's not that I have anything against them, right? I don't have some weird moral or ethical, like, high ground that I'm trying to be on, right? Like, if you own it, sure, go for it. Why should I care? I don't know. There's something about it that just doesn't do it for me because it's not official hardware. That's actually why I spent so much in the past year on getting official hardware. Like, I have 2 copies of English Emerald, 1 copy of JP Emerald, 1 copy of JP Fire Red. Like, I don't know. It's just interesting to think about. So, yeah, absolutely. If I could find a way to source a Katsu Kitty or something where I could just pull it up, because allegedly there exists software out there where you can hypothetically connect your 3DS to your PC. But you know, that's allegedly, if that was a thing, that'd be like homebrew status. And, you know, subject to updates, potentially getting bricked by Nintendo updates. So one of those interesting things that allegedly exists out there. But yeah, if I could just plug and play, dude, I'd do it. Are you kidding me? I stream official hardware. Like this is like the VODs don't exist anymore. I streamed Pokemon Stadium 2 a while ago. Like I'll hook my 64 up to, so I'll like AVI that out into an AVI to HDMI converter into the capture card into the PC, and that's where the source comes from, right? Like I've done some really janky stuff to play official hardware. Getting the Celebi bonus disc, which I still need to test out for Pokemon JP Coliseum, right? Getting Jirachi bonus disc, right? Those are things all that I've done. Thank God connection. Yeah, no, it's the actual jank. The actual jank connection. Yeah. I've done it. It's great. Like the technology exists.
Well,
I'm sorry, HDMI converter into HDMI upscaler into capture card. No wait. Which one?
sorry about
No,
that.
I think it's HDMI upscaler into capture card. No, sorry. AVI HDMI converter, HDMI converter into capture card,
Ahead?
capture card into
I have that around here.
resolution upscaler
I don't know about that.
because that's a little
though.
dongle,
Have you searched the
and
whole
then
house?
into
No, not yet.
into
Still
display.
need to check the second floor here.
Maybe?
Alright.
No, because that doesn't
Check it
make
out.
sense. Yeah, because it'd be
Maybe we can
converter
find it.
into upscaler into capture card to get the best resolution. Then that would go into display. Yeah, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense to me. Yeah, you like that I have to think about this? I'm literally having to look over at my like capture card that's unplugged right now, and I'm like, how did I do this again? Like the technology exists. It's just about how you sequence it. Four Swords Adventure, where we each had a TV that functions as a Game Boy for that game. Yeah, no, it's great. I honestly miss the Game Boy to GameCube dongles. When I inevitably get around to playing Animal Crossing GameCube again, because I really want to do that. I really want to go do a completion run on that. Well, not necessarily completion, but just like get far in game. I think it'd be a nice little thing to play. Just a nice little thing to binge. It'll be interesting. I also like that it actually prevents you from dropping down. It also prevents you from falling a certain distance. Anniversary Edition with friends. It wasn't the Anniversary Edition, the one on the 3DS that was taken down. Yeah, that was one that never actually got pushed up again, right?
What the fuck? Well, that's special.
I need to see, because you can't, I don't even think you can legally obtain that anymore. I don't, unless it's on like the Switch online thing. I don't think it is though. 5 TVs, 5 GameCubes, all in one little room. God, we were sweating by the... Yeah, no, oh god, that sounds fantastic. I do want to see... I don't have the games to actually support it. I'd have to get another copy of XD and Coliseum. I almost wonder if you could versus battle on GameCube. I wonder, you could probably hook them up, I'm assuming. I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be pretty janky. Particular GOG downloads so much faster. We got to have to re-download Guild Wars 2.14. Ready for Force DSL. Yeah, it's why I want Out of Idaho at some point. If nothing else, right? If nothing else, I want Out of Idaho very specifically because it takes me like a 1-to-1 upload for doing videos. So when I'm uploading a 2-hour video, how long does it take me? It takes me about 2 hours to upload it. When I'm doing a 15-minute video, it takes me about 15 minutes to upload it. Shorter videos can be kind of variable. It's the longer ones that definitely kill me, and that's why VODs take so long to come out. Or why sometimes I feel de-incentivized to even do VODs in the first place, honestly. It'd be Purple Link. I do like Purple Link. You kidding me? Outside of... If Shadow Link's not available, I'm hard picking Purple. I wonder... Let me grab the other meds. I think that there's an autosave spot at Marguerite. Someone said there was, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna test that. I am, however, getting my reload coin. Where is my Red Pacific because of the Four Swords Misadventure series? It was on YouTube. I haven't seen that actually. Ever, it's for fiber optic at my house. Like, how's that not false advertising? It's probably done by area. Like, it's probably like we will run this advertisement in this area, but there's probably the funny little asterisk that's like local, like supply. You know, the whole like supply last wall or whatever. It's the funny legal asterisk, right? I think that those are just Magnum rounds. I'm surprised you're out on Patreon. Maybe. Maybe. By local college. Just be careful about doing banking or anything on that. Because when we talk about security in terms of like, it becomes a security risk. It becomes a security liability. Just make sure that you're being right private connection, not so private, that kind of thing. Or sorry, not private connection, not so private. I also work in finance, so I literally have my biases on doing and not doing certain things. So keep that in mind. Like I am very much a person who has certain things they look at when they deal with finance. Time Mongo's heavy trap. I read it. I liked it. I thought it was great. I think it's, what is it, the third step I think she spawns? Trying to force her to spawn. She took a decent amount of damage, I would assume, although her health bar is just that massive. Where is she? The weak spot is in fact her head. I mistakenly thought it was going to be her abdominal region. Stop that. That is a little too close for comfort. 6 feet! 6 feet! Keep in mind, this is the Magnum, right? This is the strongest handgun in the game. She is eating, absolutely just eating it. Get out of here. I accidentally happened on her. That's enrage. That is the fastest I've ever done Marguerite. I almost made it look like I was really skilled at that fight. I assure you, I'm awful at this fight. Not the Bagussi. Oh no. Some sort of like jank desi. I don't know what this is. Somebody told me what this is. It's titled the STG-44. I think it's a 44 Magnum. I don't know what it is specifically. It is magazine fed. I don't know. I don't know exactly what this is. Somebody will know exactly what this is when looking at it, though. I don't know where the safety is, though. Oh, there it is. It's on the left side. It's like 1911. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It is, in fact, some sort of Magnum, as the game calls it. Because Magnum and handgun have a distinction in Resident Evil. Magnums are generally the more powerful variants of handguns. Like the Killer 7. Red dot-sighted, 1911. That's just Killer... Yeah, it's a mag. AMC Auto Mag. Cool, thanks for that. This thing's interesting. I wonder how much they'd run. Actually, you know what the tech play here is? Brandon Herrera's funny site. Do they have one up on his funny site? Any gun from any game, what would you pick? Oh, dude, that's such a hard one. I mean, the bias in me says the Dragunov, the SVD Dragunov. But I'm also biased because I just, like, for some reason, I really like that gun. I really like it. I don't know. I have no rational reason to like it as much as I say I do. It's just, it's funny Soviet era rifle. I like that it's kind of like this weird DMR that you're able to pop off extra, additional shots as necessary. So I don't know. Like I would say Dragon. I'd have to think on that though. Or I think it's Chiappa, the Chiappa Hydra. Not the Hydra. Well, it's the Hydra from Resident Evil 5. It might be the Chiappa Triple Crown, I think is the actual variant of it. It's the 3-barreled shotgun, the side-by-side-by-side. Not 2 under, 1 over, not 2 under, 1 under, 2 over, 1, or 2 side-by-side, 1 under. It is a literal side-by-side-by-side shotgun. It is so jank. I'd absolutely do that. Alongside with custom laser sights? Probably not. That's Magnum ammo. Got fucked there. Chem fluid. Broken handgun, don't really care. I'm already using other things. Shotgun ammo. We're being a loot goblin here. We don't necessarily need to be a loot goblin, but we're being a loot goblin. Now, attachments were generally after this game. Because we saw attachments in RE2 Remake. Get out of here. $1,000, loss of peace. And let the company flow 2 years. Good God. So those are going to be collector's pieces now. Like 100%. Those are definitely going to cost money. Game's too hard to difficult without making enemies, bullet sponges. Model weakening investor, but you don't. Yeah, I honestly, yeah, I disagree inherently when we start. It's just bullet sponge status. Call of Duty, I've criticized over the years because it does very specifically that. But I mean, there are games that do difficulty. Wait, like this is an increased difficulty, right? Like the way that Resident Evil is doing this difficulty is that enemy placements are changed. Enemies are more aggressive, right? Like changing the AI, actual AI pack. I think it's the package specifically. Like they're just more aggressive. So I'm actually a huge fan of that. I think that when you consider difficulty, you can go like the Destiny 2 route of sure, let's just make the Mars battleground a strike and just make that a GM. And you go, okay, but we literally had seasonal modifiers like laser shielding. Like, do you see why this doesn't translate over? Do you see why people have an issue with this, Bungie? Like, if I earned the reward of laser shielding to not get one shot by lasers, just let me keep it as a permanent buff. Like it's yeah, I think that the way Destiny goes about certain things, in regards to GMs, I think there's some flawed design there. I think there's absolutely some flawed logic there, which is unfortunate because like once again, like Destiny is a game that I rather enjoy. I rather enjoy raiding. I've run Vault of Glass and Root of Nightmares back to back because I just enjoyed it. Which is honestly why I can never get behind the community when they say that, well, then you have no reason to play the game. Just run the raid. I'll run, if I have a group that knows what they're doing, I'll run Kingsfall back to back to back. I don't care. My issue is I don't want to spend 4 hours in Kingsfall. Once again, we've entered the part of this room where I'm bitching about Destiny again. As is tradition. This is only logical. This makes sense. R8 and RE7. If 21 was in this year's shot shows. Ooh, it's kind of hot. Shells. I'm 100% a loot goblin. It's a problem. I acknowledge it's a problem. Well, I got chem fluid, so I guess I'll take that. Should be a ladder somewhere? Question mark. Yeah, there's got to be a ladder because if you fall down, you're supposed to be able to get back up there. There it is. Turning in Camp Jungle season of Fortnite. I could see some Fortnite weapons being pretty fun. Plasma Cutter, I would also accept as a really cool answer. Like Isaac Clarke's Plasma Cutter from Dead Space. I think that would be fairly cool. You could even go a step further and argue like a specific Dead Space 3 variant. Like the one where you can make it where it just like becomes Giggle Switch, dump all of your Plasma Cutter ammo in like 2 seconds. Just in case. Yeah, absolutely. Just get the BFG. That's the one. BFG is also a good answer as well. I guess, I don't know. I might amend it to an actual Samurai Edge. Like the AW01 from this game. I might actually make an argument for that. I am very much a fan of Berettas. I've made that no secret. Very much a huge Beretta fan. I honestly really like them. So, consider me biased. Because you'd absolutely be correct. I like how bulky, like how girthy they are. I like the all-metal construction. I do think that it is a very good part of their design. That being said, there is incredibly valid criticism in people not liking Beretta, strictly because it's just too big for a lot of people, and that's fine. That is a perfectly reasonable reason to dislike firearms. Like that is incredibly reasonable. That is actually one of the big criticisms. Is it is pretty chonky, right? Because if we look at this thing, right, if we look at the AW, that is it's a pretty big flared grip, right? Like that's a pretty meaty grip on that thing. I read gunpowder is gooning. That is not what that said. Lantern. Alright, thank for the fire rips a hole in the fabric of reality. Worth. Some might even say that the Beretta is in fact just thick. The M9 is in fact just dummy thick. His wrist would have broken on that rock. I saw that. Village also had some pretty fun stuff. Village definitely had some pretty fun firearms and some fun moments. I rather enjoyed the weapon selection. I like that you could get anything with infinite ammo. I'm a huge fan of that. Like, can more games just have that? Just add replayability by just giving things infinite ammo? Like, people like me will just run the game over and over because we're bored. What are you doing today? Why are you running Resident Evil 4 for the 200th time? I don't know. It's enjoyable. What do you want from me? funny Plaga laser go burr. Powder for the ammo. It's gonna stick now. It's gonna be the joke. Automag, but apparently the early versions also had quality control issues because of this. Commercial failure status. Most you can find are Curios and Relics registered on the ATF, aka Premium. Interesting. Hey, Tamsin, what is up? Thank you for the resub. 24 months. Good God, it has been 2 years. How much brain damage have I caused? How much am I going to cost you in therapy? That's the real question. Dealing with the ding. Exactly. Oh, God. I have to listen to myself every day. I try not to go insane. There's a lockpick in the ceiling, by the way. Got it. You like how my brain just instinctively remembered that there's a lockpick sticking out of the mold on the ceiling? Yeah. Once again, pattern recognition. How much? Yes. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Your insurance premiums are going to go through the roof. Can you imagine just, oh, you listen to that Kip guy? Well, we have to increase your insurance premiums for, for counseling and therapy. Oh, it'd be fantastic. It's just a sassy lost child. I don't remember. I don't remember. I read through all the lore recently. I don't actually remember who this is. I don't remember if that's a D series or if that's just some random. I mean, it's the D series arm, obviously. This one's one of those interesting ones. Interesting. You can survive two rounds of a Magnum. That is interesting. Usually how you'll handle that is open the door and then walk back, and then you can go there. Asmongold. Oh, no. Not Asmongold. I mean, didn't he clean up his house, though? Like, that's the thing, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Whole incident with him saying really dumb thing. Don't get me wrong. Definitely one of those things I had heavy criticism for. Is he not doing better? Did he not, you know, clean up his house, clean up his act a little bit? Did he not try to hold others accountable for the same things he himself was punished for? That's real, and that's the thing, right? You can mess up. People make mistakes every single day. How do you do breakdancing? It's how do you handle that? What do you do from that? You can absolutely put out a funny ukulele apology video every day, right? You know, something toxic gossip train, right? But at the same time, what does that speak to you as a person? What does that say to your accountability and responsibility? Clean up everything? Yeah. So I mean, like, sure. I mean, I'll still have disagreements in regards to what was said. That being said, has he not showcased that he is willing to do better? Has he showcased that he is not willing to clean up his act? I have respect for that. I could respect it. This is like, I mean, to be fair, my room is full of like Warhammer 40k boxes and storage crates. Like, to be fair, like I Animal Crossing storage crates against the walls. It's really funny. I actually have my, what did I get recently? Oh, I did it. I did it. I found the female Custodes. I found Adeptus Custodes, Sisters of Silence. Man, I've been sitting on that for like a week. No, I've been sitting on that for like 3 weeks now. Like, chat, I did it. We found the female Custodes. Obviously, this is a joke. Obviously, Sisters of Silence, yes, have keywords Adeptus Custodes, but obviously Sisters of Silence are technically their own. So, look, at the end of the day, I'm trying to make a joke, okay? I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to shitpost. So don't read too deep into it. Hella shit for his video with Asmon because of the things he said. I don't know. Well, there's also, once again, there's also allegations against Pirate Software right now for a DMCA. To which he didn't even file. The way I understand it is that the video in question broke YouTube TOS. Therefore, that is a TOS community guideline strike. That is not Pirate Software issuing that. That is at face value what I have heard of of that situation. I know next to nothing after that. You can also skip the Lucas calls. Fun fact. You can just ignore him. You can ignore Lucas. It's so funny. I love it. I can't work with Adeptus custodians, but they aren't the same. Yeah, that's the joke. That's the joke. I'm making the joke that it says on the box here. It says Adeptus custodians. Is that right? It says the faction, right? Look, if I look at my Dire Avengers, how it says Eldari on it, right? Like, it's the joke. Yeah. Is the WoW drama. The drama that, like, I looked a little bit into it. Like, the drama that he really didn't even do anything on. That, like, his team said to go, to not fight it out. And he didn't fight it out. So he followed what his team said? Like, that's why we're mad? I just want to make sure we're all on the same page at this point. Like, dude, the internet's strange. I don't know, man. At the end of the day, the internet's weird. That's how I'm gonna work. I think there's a four-legged in here. I know there's a four-legged in the next one. The next room, he does pop out through the wall. That one definitely got me once. Like, he pops out in normal as well. I just wasn't ready for him. Yeah, because he should be popping out pretty soon. Oh, God damn it. I knew he was coming out, too. I just forgot his angle of attack. Oh, that's unfortunate. Has been stuff happening at the same time. I don't even know what was said. I think that it came down to, if I understand the situation, I think it came down to him associating, because I don't remember, because the way I understand it is that Pirate Software said that he wanted to go on because he could literally add things in regards to the Ashes of Creation situation. Sure. Okay. Okay, I mean, he's an adult. He's allowed to do whatever the hell he wants, is he not? Telepathica. See, now we're overreaching things. However, I do appreciate the actual citation on that. There should be one from behind, right? Yeah, because there's two, and there should be a third one that blocks your way. I think he's in the wall, though. Yeah, he's in the wall. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I think that content creators in general, streamers and YouTubers, are held to a higher standard. In a lot of ways, I do hold myself to higher standards. And in holding myself to incredibly high standards and incredibly harsh morals and ethics, I also advocate that streamers and creators are just human. They should be given the same grace that you reasonably would give anybody. And that being said, I mean, if someone does mess up, someone does mess up. Like, I heard him. I heard him skitter. I heard him. Skitter. God, I hate them so much. Woo! No shot. Oh, that's the extra damage they do coming into play. They just tried to make monsters look a bit better. Doesn't really matter when efficiency is a thing. Where am I? Where do I reside spatially? I'm before Marguerite. Dude, that one, I don't know. Oh God, that health pool was massive on that specific one. I don't know what that was. That's fine. I don't need to actually. I don't need to loot goblin as hard. I really don't need to loot goblin that hard. Am I actually back before the entire house? No way. No way. That was some jank. That was kind of bogus, not gonna lie. I hit him with like 4 shotgun blasts. I'm surprised he didn't go down, unless there was a second one. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell from that situation. But that's the nature of Madhouse, right? I played it. I have more than enough cassette recorders. I have more than enough tapes. That is a cognizant choice to not do that. So, no one else but myself to blame, really. We'll just rush it. Why not? There's no excuse not to. With friends, with chill time. Yeah, no, it was good to see you. Have a good one, Maple. Hope you have a good day. Hope you and your friend get to chill out.
Ethan?
Bird of fuel. I don't even need to hit the funny bobbleheads. I don't even need to do that. Like, I could be optimizing this run a little more.
Stay the fuck out!
Yeah, I should have saved after Marguerite. I thought it saved at the Marguerite boss fight, not this. And that's fine. Literally, the more you know. It makes the run a lot easier. Makes the actual breakpoints a lot better to understand as well. Yeah, the fire effect when you're so close to it, the fact that it just darkens everything around you kind of messes me up from time to time. I mean, at least I have the Magnum still. Yeah, having the Magnum still is just, I mean, it's whatever. It's not bad. Not bad at all. No, wait, this was a hard save, wasn't it? I think this was a hard save. Yeah, so there's no autosave at Marguerite then. I'm confused. Yeah, because I have the bag. I'm so confused. Unless I got gypped out of the autosave. And that's fine. That's fine if I was. Like, I don't... Oh, darn. I know exactly what the pathing for that is. Oh, darn. Just gotta get back there. It's also why I'm bad at speedrunning, because I end up, like, loot goblining super hard. And then it overrides. It just completely nullifies any gains that I make. As it turns out, when you just hardcore, like, focus, hardcore tism on it, it's just like, oh. But you don't have to grab that specific cassette. But I could. I want it. I want the cassette. I need the cassette. Yeah, because if I go get crank, kill the pincer, go grab crow key. Yeah, I can get back here pretty easily. I am in fact a loot goblin, yes, like 100%. Like that is actual like facts. I don't even have to get the locked chest again this time as well, because that I think it solidifies itself at the start of the run. I know there's a pool from what they can grab. I think it's a pool, and each of them will get one from that pool, and I don't think they can double up. Yeah, because even if I kill the bobblehead, like I've already, if you go to my stats, right, like I already have all the Mr. Everywhere bobbleheads, so it doesn't even add to my stats. I do like that it carries over between playthroughs, though. I think that's great. I still need to go back through Village and find, like, the 2 goats that I'm missing. I think I'm missing 1 or 2 still. There's a bug here in normal. It's interesting that it's not here, but maybe it's because I happened to take care of Marguerite early. Yeah, I should have saved for back in the house. It would have been good for him. I do like the pincer here. I think you can... What I did is I had to actually bring them over here, and I had to funnel them this way. If I needed them to reset because they're tied to this specific room, you can actually leave and then they'll just despawn. I think when they despawn, I think they get their health back. I'd have to substantiate that, but it's not a bad way to deal with it, right? Like at the end of the day, you have to pattern recognition. Where's the enemy coming from? Enemy's coming from that specific direction. Okay, cool. I need to make sure I funnel them in a single direction so I know exactly where they're coming from, what I'm dealing with, and then, and only then, can I actually progress. Bonk. Bonk. Funny. Funny circular saw. Dude, the circular saw is so good. It is actually amazing. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Circular saw is actually goated. Give me that herb. So much gunpowder just lying around the Baker estate. The other part of this is I have to remember... That was a bug. A weird log. A weird, plank. The other part is trying to remember where the ET coins are. I think there's a hard save before... There's a hard save before Jack. The auto might be before Jack. I will generally make a hard save before Jack. I can generally cheese the fight at this point in time. It's the antique coin. In a lot of games. I mean, it makes sense in a lot of games, right? Like Diablo. Makes sense to be a loot goblin. In fact, you're actually rewarded for being a loot goblin, in my opinion. Burner fuel... That one's locked, don't care. Still can't pick that up. Okay. Oh, this is fine. Oh, there's a storage... Yeah, there's a storage chest over here. Really? Why I always like... This is why I always like... Or not. I don't know why I thought the saw would work. This is fine. This is fine. Grab my, You know what those remind me of? Have you ever gone to KFC and have you ever gotten, like, the bag-o soda? Or whatever it's called? Like, where it's literally just, like, soda in a bag? That's what that reminds me of. Just gotta go get my, legally distinct red soda. It's screwy today. Yeah. I mean, yeah, voice recognition can be a little interesting sometimes. Sometimes it has some days that are better than others.
I told you to stay out of here!
Have we gotten new news on what the new game is going to be for Resident Evil? Have we got what the 2025 possible entry is going to be yet? That was a whiff. I completely whiffed that grenade. Do not use the crank on. Wait, what? Kip, you okay?
What the?
Here.
I think that's it.
Grab phone.
Did you find a serum?
I just
Oh,
got done
God.
dealing with your mom and her fucking bugs. Wish you could have warned me.
Sorry about that. What about the serum?
I haven't found any, but I did find out we need to make one. A D-series head and an arm. This can't be right.
A head? I think I have that around here somewhere.
You do?
I don't know about the arm, though. Have you searched the whole house?
No, not yet. I still need to check the second floor here.
RPGs always take equipment
Check
and
it
restore
out.
MP that
We need to
is
prepare it to
factually better in
find it.
defense. I'm the complete opposite, actually. It depends. I don't know. It depends on the situation. Depends on the character I'm running, right? Like if I'm running tank, right? Generally, I want more armor. If I'm running some, like, it just depends. It depends on the situation. I think that there's a cost-benefit analysis that comes into play there. Actually, this section went by fairly quickly. If I literally didn't get ganked by that molded, I would have been perfectly fine. I actually would have
That's special.
done this really quick in comparison to the actual house. Had to look over at my actual like OBS screen. Ugh, yawn. All right. Don't really care about that treasure photo, as I don't even think it's anything I need to really care about. We'll play a little dangerously. I don't care. I usually get to the end of the game, and I usually have a surplus of items anyways. So we'll play this a little more daring.
Here I come!
Wow, she clipped through that wall. That was a really hard clip, actually. I don't know how to feel about that. Is she outside? Yeah, she's outside. She's out here. I started to remember the spawns a little bit. A little bit is the keyword. Takes a lot of damage. I accidentally fell into that. One of the pieces of equipment that I have for my Mage Store's MP, but at the cost of weaker defense. Well, yeah, for a mage it would make perfect sense, right? Oh, at least we're getting rid of that.
Fucking stay dead, okay?
Give me that lamp. Lamp! This one as well, I think you have to... I think Marguerite has to be dead, and I think you have to analyze it, or inspect it. Then I think it actually breaks. Yeah, I don't want to go for the coins anyways. Just give me, like, the stabilizer. Give me the HP up and we'll be fine. I already have mini defense coin. I don't need iron defense. I don't need assault coin. I do need to actually do Chris's... I need to do Chris on Madhouse. I'll probably do that off stream. I need to do Chris on Madhouse. Because I very specifically want his thing. Want his infinite... I actually really liked Not a Hero. Might actually be faster for me. Because the animation to fall down takes time. That's unskippable. Looking at OBS and it feels like I'm losing frames. I don't know. It's odd, but I think it's because it's having to render in OBS as well. Like, when I usually play VODs back, it doesn't feel like I'm losing any frames. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to go back to... Once again, loot tendencies. Gator. Run this way. Lockpick. I like that they just spawn in, like they just fall from the ceiling. I guess the context there is that they fall from the mold, like the mold releases them, right?
Stay away.
Come on, come on.
Oh, God. I guess this is it.
Yeah, I got through the basement. I got through... Yeah, no, I know exactly where I was. Okay. My aim with the shotgun is horrible. I'm relying too much on that spread. That is exactly what's going on. Probably what got me with the four-legged. Yeah, no, I'm relying too much on the spread. I'm thinking the spread is simultaneously greater and smaller than it is. I'm thinking it's greater with the power being spread more throughout. I know exactly what my issue is. That's just getting used to the weapon again. Take that first aid kit. Take that. I think this is Zoe. No, this is... Yeah, this is Zoe.
I got it. Are we really gonna be able to make serum with this thing?
It'll be fine. After we make it, we can get out of here. Together. I'll be waiting for you in the trailer.
Alright.
I do like that you just throw him into a juicer. Like you just see Zoe, just cram him into the funny juicer before the Jack fight. It's so funny. Stitch back on, it works perfectly. Yeah, no, it's that was the big criticism until 8. And then we had the Domitresque dungeon situation happen, and people were like, I don't think that's how hands work. And thus we led to the reveal in 8, which made everything make a lot more sense. Well, let me make sure this door is unlocked first and foremost, because if this door is unlocked... Wait. Might as well just go through the basement. I mean, like, there's no, like, it's fine. I know where my... I know why I died. I'll be fine. I'll be fine, he says. Is there any coin in here? There's an antique coin in here. I don't really care about unlocking shit, actually. I still need to go to Lucas's room, and I need to get the toy axe. Because once I get the toy axe, I'll be able to snag the other stabilizer outside, which I really need to do. Head down here, right. No. I mean, to be fair, I actually never use the shotgun to take care of the four-legged molded. I usually use... I have the Magnum right now, but I usually use the AW. I usually focus on that massive, massive bullet to get a crit. I was trying... Yeah, that's me getting cute. Angle is going to be a lot slower than I think it's going to be. Use you? Why is there no... Oh, I hate that. Wait. I missed an event flag somewhere. What event flag did I miss? I didn't go to the trailer. You can ignore Lucas, but Lucas has to actually ring the thing. He has to actually ring the phone for the event flag to trigger. That's interesting. They just had to stop there. Like, I've literally done this before. What did I miss? Oh yeah, that's what I missed. It turns out, it's the JonTron effect, right? If you do the thing and you don't mess it up, it just works every single time. And this place is so futuristic. Ah, yes. Just apply herb water as a salve on your skin. It's so good. 1, 2, 4. Once I get the next bag upgrade, I'll be pretty fine. I think the next bag upgrade is Mia, though. She's not too far out. I do want those tapes. You can't answer that, JK. No, see, you can ignore Lucas. So you can answer Lucas. He very specifically, you can just ignore. So if you're looking at cutting down time or you just don't want to hear Lucas just do Lucas things, you know, talking to you, you can just ignore him. You can just say, nah, bro, not today. Those are ammo, don't care. Give me that. That. Nope. That's strong. Separating agent. Walk. Because chemistry. Resident Evil is just a game about chemistry. It's so good. Herb. Making sure I'm not missing a coin out here. Burner fuel. That's how it just works. I wonder if he's actually banned that phrase from the workplace. It would not surprise me if his "it just works" meme has become so notorious that it has to be banned in the workplace because he's tired of hearing about it. It would not surprise me. That would be really funny. I don't know if anyone could substantiate that. I mean, honestly, it's probably like Occam's razor, right? Probably not. Simple solution is usually the solution. It probably just never comes up, or it's probably just like a passive, haha, sure, whatever, right? I mean, we'll see. We're gonna see. Doesn't Sky Oblivion come out this year? Don't we have something Bethesda lined up for this year? Yeah, I don't know where I'm missing a coin at. I have no idea where it's at. Jerry their way into working. I mean, that's the big thing about Bethesda, though, right? Is like, you play the games, for all intents and purposes, because of the modularity, right? Because of how you can mod them, which is why Starfield kind of suffers in certain aspects, because people just don't want to mod that. Well, especially after following Starfield. Think about it this way. Especially after 76's launch and Starfield's launch, it makes me really curious for how Bethesda's next project's going to launch, actually, as a fan project. I don't know where I heard that. I always forget that. I don't know where I heard that Bethesda consumed Sky Oblivion into what they're doing. I thought I heard it somewhere, and I always misquote it, because, yeah, I think it is entirely a fan project. Which then again, Todd, where is my Elder Scrolls 6? It's been like, what, 7 years? 6-7 years since that trailer? Meanwhile, Fallout 76. It launched... Dude, I loved following it. I was watching, like, every Angry Joe video, every Yang Ye video at the time. I was keeping up with that. I was keeping up with all of that drama. The canvas bag, quote unquote, like right. Oh, dude, it was bad. It was. Ooh, it was rough. I'm still surprised that they were able to get away with some of that. The mold and the helmets. I'm surprised that they were able to get away with a lot of it, unless they were unless like they actually had lawsuits that like just we didn't see, which it wouldn't surprise me. That's a very visceral sound as it echoes down the hallway. Yeah, the mold in the helmets one was pretty egregious too. There was the Nuka-Cola Dark or whatever it was. Man, that was a whole controversy in itself. 76, like a lot. I like that it's better. I like that a lot of people feel like the game is better. I love it. I think that being able to have a game that isn't awful, especially that you purchased, I almost wonder if the reason they've updated it for so long is not necessarily out of passion, but almost potential legal obligation. That is one of those things you have to consider in the modern AAA games industry, right? Is a game necessarily being updated because they believe in the product, or because legally it would be in their best interest too? I think that that's an interesting thing to think about. I mean, when you think about it too, right? Think about how unregulated modern gaming is, right? Think about, like, how unregulated the modern games industry is. Like, if someone completely said, like, this is what our game is, and they completely misrepresented the product, like you know, what kind of happens with certain games, like Starfield, right? We think this is going to be like Elite Dangerous 2. It's clearly not Elite Dangerous 2, right? Like, can you imagine if somebody bought, like, a blender, and they're like, a blender's going to do this, and then it proceeds to be, like, the Starfield of blenders? Like, it only blends certain things. It has certain tolerances. Can you imagine how, like, we've had vehicles get recalled because, like, certain safety features, like brakes and stuff, just don't work. I just want to, I want to, like, just stress that, right? There's rumored to come out this year. I don't know anything about Bethesda, especially confirmed it yet. I think Bethesda is, they're probably just keeping quiet right now. I mean, like, at the end of the day, right? Like, no news can be good news. In terms of Bethesda, I mean, just want them to create the best product they can, right? A product that they feel comfortable with, a product that they feel proud of, a product that they like, right? That they can, that they honestly feel like they enjoy putting out, right? I think that that's incredibly fair to ask of anybody. Body shells. It's, what is it? I think it's like 10-15 or something. Man, I am good at that. Yeah, the RE engine gets a little strange with that jump down. His sideways, this is the sideways hallway. It's so good. I mean, would this have been made? I don't know if this was made in the last 3 years or not. This just implies that Jack Baker just has a giant F-off tunnel underneath. Like, I'm sure this was all, like, this was all Evelyn, right? But I think this existed prior. I just want to point that out. That Jack Baker literally just has Resident Evil House prior to Evelyn. That's one key card. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna go the safe way. I think there's 2 molded in this hallway. At least on normal there is. God, there's one behind me. I was hoping there wouldn't be. There are 3 in this hallway. That is good to know. Don't you guys have phones? God. I feel like he was really put in a tough spot for that one. I remember that, man. Like, bro. Can you imagine anyone else trying to sell you a product if it's not the games industry? Can you imagine anyone else trying to sell you a product like that? What, do you not have power? Do you not have internet? Oh, well you don't want to buy our what is it? You don't want to buy our home like our home camera system? Do you not have internet for installation? Fivehead? Can you imagine if some of the stuff said in gaming was said in any other sphere? I think that's the thing that just tickles my brain. Cassette tape, sure. The Diablo Immortal noise is just, oh god. I mean, I did enjoy Diablo 2 Resurrected, though. I thoroughly actually enjoyed it. I can't wait to play more Diablo. Path of Exile is one of those most social experiences. Like, I'll play Path of Exile too, but it's definitely one of those I'd rather play with actual people. I don't know. Diablo's good mindless grind fun. It gives me the grind of Destiny without having to spend 40 minutes on a GM. Let's put it that way. Because that's the thing, right? If you want a loot game, make the getting the loot perspective, or like getting the loot thing, make it as simple as possible. Sure, as it turns out, gamers will gamble for 0.1% odds. As it turns out, we do it in gacha games all the time. The issue is, if I spend 40 minutes on a GM and I do it multiple times, okay, I'm spending 5 hours on GMs, right? And I don't get a single roll with bait and switch, I don't want to play your game. Like, I'm not playing a hyper RNG game if I don't feel it respects my time. Do you have a college degree? That's the one. That would be similar to the Fallout streamer said, you can't afford $5. I have notoriously had an opinion that I think that is the wrong thing. So get me wrong, I understand streaming can be stressful. I understand wanting to make money while streaming. I understand that people want to do streaming as their job. I understand it. At the same time, you need to be respectful of your audience. That's not to say... Ow. Oh my god, that was so close. We almost had a 2.0. That's not to say, you know, if chat is actively bullying you, right? Yeah, set your boundaries and limits, right? If chat's complaining about ads, like, look, I'm sorry, I'm doing everything I can about this. Generally, I will try to make things a VOD. I understand the frustration. I am limited in what I can do, right? Sure, I can do the pirate software route where I try to actually run ads like every hour. I can try to do that. I also do try to back most things like this specifically up as a VOD. So I think that kind of mitigates that a little bit. I don't know. That's one of those I'd probably have to run a poll on and have to really come to a consensus on what I want to do specifically. Like, yeah, your audience is giving time out of their day to watch you. Yeah, exactly. It's a live event. That's literally what it is. Yeah, absolutely. Don't be that. Like, don't be an asshole, Fivehead. Like, straight up. And that being said, not everyone has $5. Because as it turns out, people have things to pay for. Like, I don't know. Food, insurance, insert thing here, right? Like, really? What a disingenuous, like, opinion to have, right? Of just, like, you can't afford $5? Just what? For somebody that's still be with my body. It was great. It took me a minute to actually acclimate to it because I came from Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, going into 6, right? I came from that era. I had not played Resident Evil 1 until effectively this year when I booted it up. That's still kind of a playthrough that I'm on hiatus for, much like Skyrim. But I mean, like, it's good. This also prepares me for older Resident Evil games. I was not expecting to like the cassette mechanic. Was not expecting to like items as a save, but I think it's even in Madhouse, when I did this with limited ammo, because I already did Madhouse, that's how I have infinite. Even when I did it with limited ammo, even when I did my actual Madhouse run, I think it was incredibly fair. There were a couple cheap tricks, like the four-legged molded, sometimes it's just, you know, sucker punching you. Pincering you in Marguerite's house, right? The two molded that spawn after you use the crank. But other than that, I think it was a completely, it was a fair difficulty. Go to next week's flight bills. Yeah, exactly. As it turns out, streaming is very low on people's things. Like, that's fair. That's reasonable, especially when prices keep rising. Double Mortal isn't that bad. I just point out Grim Dawn, the game that released grand total $27 worth of cosmetic microtransactions in 9 years. Shameless GD fan seem proud of it. That's fine. Be a fanboy. You're allowed to like what you like. He do got that crackhead stare though. He do.
She thinks this thing is special. No, Ethan. That ain't special. This.
I can't look at it. I can't every time. As the game tries to focus me on it. No!
Not everybody wants to turn back the clock. What? What, Evelyn?
I like that he...
I'm just trying to show him. I'm just trying to show him not everybody wants to go back to how things were.
I like the subtext here.
She doesn't understand that I don't want to go back to how things were.
Like because Evelyn's just there, right? Like in the whole like hallucination things with Mia and stuff. Like she's there, and she's just like, bro, what are you doing? Like I know I'm crazy, but you, you're a special kind of crazy.
Rotten house. All you want looking for them ingredients, but
as a kid, oof.
Goddamn thing, Ethan. You'll need that serum. Ooh, baby. You're gonna have to come through me. You hear? Now, come on, Ethan. What do you say?
I think I didn't do Madhouse yet. I didn't do Madhouse on Not a Hero.
Fuck!
Oh, I forgot there's an antique coin right there. That's not bad. I do want to see if I can get, before the Jack fight, I do want to see if I can get 3 more antique coins. Because if I get 3 more antique coins, that means I can get my health upgrade and I'm pretty much done. Right! Right, they changed the, they changed some of those. Forgot about that.
You have got a good eye.
Right. I'm a good D2 story. I honestly, I'm trying to place where the meme's from. I saw it. Just focused on something else. My bad.
Sorry for the mess.
Metal Ray. Ugh, God, yeah. Ugh, God, ugh, tetanus. Ugh. Not a fan. I think that one did get me once. No, what's the one that gets me? I think it's the last one that gets me. I think that's still a repair kit. Think is the keyword. Yeah, it's just a repair kit. I don't need it. That's a vertical. Only pinky nail. Oh, God, that's still rough. Aha, I see you. Limzard. There's one that I always miss on Madhouse, and it messes with me. I think a lot of the changes were backloaded. I think there were a lot of changes in the mines. The tripwire change in the mines actually almost got me. Yeah, getting into this one always messes with me. Yeah, because you had to go left, get that one. Hop under. Sure. Those are just shotgun shells.
I know. Fucking passwords, right?
Passwords.
Why don't you try 0814? No! 0621. No. It's 0514.
I think his first one is an anagram of the actual code.
You never know.
Oh, not that one. Oh, that's classic RE sound. I know what that is. Wow, I cannot actually input numbers to save my life.
Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock.
I mean, as much as I like RuneScape, it is not worth the price point. I think that the RuneScape's price point right now is just it's too much. I can't in good faith support it. That one definitely got me. I know for a fact that one did. I definitely stabbed that one, or I guess Circular sawed it. That one definitely got me. I know for a fact. Yeah. If you actually get the correct code, it defaults to the backup code. So that way you can't actually cheese the section. That was really fun to learn about. So there should be a 4-legged molded spawning behind me. It's before wherever this tripwire is. I can't see it. Just have to get their head. Yeah, there's supposed to be a tripwire. What? Is it there? I can't see it. There it is. I see it. I think that there is a thing in here. However, there are tripwires in here. I always get these messed up. No, I know what it is. I'll get 3. I always miss the fourth one going into here. I always miss it. There's got to be more. There it is. Yep, there it is. I see it. Yeah, that one always gets me. Because I never see it until it's too late. Yep, there it is. There's 3 and 4. Yep. And that one still got me. Knows it's coming right for me. Still gets got by it. God damn it. 14 in Guild Wars. I mean, 14 honestly just has a lot going for it for me. I actually rather enjoy it. I'm actually currently justifying not doing roulettes at this exact moment. Yeah, because it's steroids. I'm justifying not doing roulettes at this exact moment because I'm waiting for my bonus XP to fill back up. Because I went like 70... Fuck off. I went like 72, 70 and 72 respectively to like 81 on Botanist and Miner recently. I was just in Diadem. I was just doing ham. Just doing things, going ham. I never got cut until later. Oh, yeah, which makes sense. Like, he wants you to run the gauntlet. Like, it's his own twisted Saw game, right? That, however, is a problem. Because there's 2 fat molded in that elevator, I'm pretty sure. So that actually changes up how you approach the fight a little bit. Oh, are you kidding me? Bro, dude, they're so fast. I saw them come around. Yeah, they backload a lot of the changes. Oh my god, I can't believe that got me. It's fine. I'm not super far back. I can't believe that got me. Oh, damn it. Yeah, they are the thing you have to contend with. 100%. I think I just went too far in. They are very, very quick. They are very fast. Casually said MMOs often involved with the price point. Is actually RuneScape 3. It's just a hard time investment for me. It's a hard time investment when I would love to do it as group content. But even then, modern bosses like Zuck and whatever the Necromancy boss are, they do force the game to be single player only. So I much rather the group content. It's why I like things like Trials and Dungeons from 14. The only issue is, you know, you're hopping on at 4 a.m. There's not necessarily people running content, right? You can be, and we were in the VODs, right? We were locked out of doing Golbez and Endwalker Post because it was so late. Like, there's just not players online. Now, I think there are kind of options to help circumvent that a little bit. I do think that there are options in terms of, like, for Shadowbringers and Endwalker and even Dawn Trail content, you can use, like, a buddy system. I think your Squadron, I think you can use for older content, too. It's like there's technically options. You have to invest time into those.
I know. Fucking passwords, right?
No, log off and just
try 0814.
not play for you. And there's no new expansion, raise gear cap to deal with, which is nice. Yeah, exactly. It helps you if you're. It helps. With WoW, I understand the gameplay loop of you are playing it every week. You're doing your dailies. You're doing your weeklies. If you don't log in, you will just be behind. And that is for some people, they want that, right? That's a perfectly valid playstyle for people. Is the best time to hop on to do some raiding. Yeah, I could see that. I've honestly been enjoying what little raiding I have been doing. It's been neat. It's been a nice little process. Eventually, I'll do more EXs and stuff, but I'm also not going to force it, right? Like, if people physically aren't on, sure, there may be interest in running content, but at the same time, it's not It's not worth it. It's not worth trying to burn myself out. It's not worth trying to burn other people out. It's not worth making incessant pings if something just doesn't happen. As it turns out, I'm going to play the game fucking regardless. Mag ammo. See, that's what I need to be doing. I saw him disappear. No way. Might have been. It might be because he's too far from me. Half the effort he put into these traps. Exactly. Like that's the issue with Lucas is he has so much potential. He's just a shitter. Like he just chooses to be a shitter. For content I can solo. I know. Yeah. I mean, I like. I don't know. Like I like soloing certain content in certain aspects, right? Like I don't honestly really mind. I'm actually surprised that I actually got that. Yeah, because I didn't get both of those. That one's just a straight across. Need those steroids. And the antique coin, because it's the only thing I care about here. Get to play with randos. Like, I like solo content to a degree. If it's certain, like, Endwalker's final fight. Glad that it was solo. Laha Bread from ARR. Glad it was a solo instance. I think that it has its place, and I think that it can be done correctly. All of the Eden raids on Synced as DK. I don't know how to play DK. That's the fun part. Remember, I skipped to like 80. I physically have to remember what buttons do on DK. You guys have issues just disappearing. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Is that a bug? I'm a D2 content creator. Hi! How's it going? How's it going, Dr. Photo? What is up? God, I honestly debated on playing D2 today. I debated on it. I don't know. It's just kind of hard for me to get motivated. I also have to actually get up to par again. Because like, week 1 of... God, week 2 of Lightfall, week 1 of Final Shape. I was max. Like, I was good. I saw Heresy just came out today. I saw the trailer for that just came out. And I'm kind of just in a lull. Like, I don't know. I want a lot of people who I did play with kind of moved on from the game, which is fine. On top of that as well, I like that they actually give you a freebie right there. I don't know, just one of those that like I want the game to do things. The game is currently not really doing things. Gestures broadly. I think that's the nuance that's lost on a lot of people, actually. When somebody criticizes a game, they can... It's kind of in poor form to just absolutely just shit on a product. What people can and should get used to is you can want a game to succeed. Like, I want Halo Infinite to succeed. I hate every day hearing about how Halo Infinite is just bad. Like, how bad game. Like, I want the game to succeed. Just do stuff. Sorry to shoot you. I know I have not seen it yet. Could be good, but no crafting sucks. And that's the thing, right? Like, I disagree, like, because we reacted to the data video, right? Oh, we'll just put crafting back in the game. No, you guys didn't want crafting in the game. That's fine. Own up to the decision. Just ignore people who want to be weird, right? Gaming stuff hearing D2 takes me a second to realize that Destiny 2, not Diablo 2. Yeah, that's a thing. Kleiner Guild that's scheduling. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I would do more group content. Like, even if it was in Destiny, I don't mind running raids. It's just finding people to do things with, making sure to schedule things appropriately for people, and even just mass interest, because like that, it's D&D, right? Everyone wants to play D&D until one person can't play D&D, and then it's a cascading effect over the next several weeks of people who just can't make it out to D&D at that point. Doing a lot of Warframe content, he loves it. So here's my take on Warframe. If I pick up Warframe again, I will play Warframe, but I will be refusing help. That is, like, one thing that I would like to go in. I would like to go in fresh if I go in. This is a hypothetical, because I've been thinking about it, right? I would be doing it as solo as I physically can. I really wouldn't be asking for help. I wouldn't be asking for handouts. No, I would, in fact, be declining most help and handouts. As Brick didn't even change his mind on crafting, he just wants it back. Exactly, right? Like, that in his video, he's like, fine, just put it back. And it's like, no, you don't want it back. And that's fine. Just own the decision. You're saying it so that people get off your back. But at the same time, just ignore them. If a comment calls me a scruffy-headed nerf herder, sure, just ignore it, right? Unless we're actually memeing about Star Wars, in which case A+, right? Like, just ignore it. If you don't want, like, the elite D2 community does not want crafting, and that's fine. Sure, like, cool. Don't change it because suddenly you're like, oh, Painted is this bad guy. If you don't want crafting, don't want crafting. That's fine. Give me a second, Jace, on that one.
Fuck you too.
Explode? No. This fight can get a little overwhelming. Maybe? That's one. I'm getting some, like, Dio-isms from this, honestly. Did you know that they have a grab attack, and that's how you get the achievement? You have to get close. You have to wait for them to execute the grab attack. And then you put the funny remote bomb in their mouth. I didn't know that. I had to look up how that worked. It was, pretty cool. Sorry, helps some free handouts, right? Because some content is better off played with others. I would be very... Is it forced? Is it like 14 duties and trials? Because if not, reasonably, I'd want to do that solo. Like, that's just a me thing, right? I know the community's good, but it's one of those things I would like to experience the actual game. I would like to experience it in its full. It's like how Stormblood, right? Because I got ferried around Stormblood, which I appreciate. I also take that into consideration where, you know, I got ferried through Stormblood. Stormblood is massive. It is a massive F-off area. And you just have to take that into consideration. It's not necessarily genuine for me to be like, oh, well, yeah, I think Stormblood's areas were, you know, pretty well spaced apart when I got ferried everywhere, right? 1408. He kind of looks like the Mummy from Brendan Fraser's The Mummy. A little bit. Option, but it becomes harder if you don't have the right loadouts. That's gonna be subjective. That being said, this is if I play Warframe. This is if I pick it up. Because, reasonably, I have a lot that I'm doing. Like, even from a stream standpoint, right? Like, going into 2025, right? Like, going into 2025... I need to bust through a lot of Pokemon. I need to bust through a lot of Resident Evil. I need to bust through Dark Souls. I need to bust through Mass Effect. And that's just stuff that I've kept putting off. Like, there's stuff I absolutely need to bust through this year. And if it, because I already have 14 that honestly takes up a lot of my time. Like, a lot of free time when I'm doing, like, editing videos and stuff like that, right? Like, I'll just play 14. I'll just send my retainers out, right? Like... If it's going to be such a time investment, like, I'll acknowledge it's the time investment, but I do have other things that demand my time. I play it solo. It's just farming the special things. Sure, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, if it's a farm to make it more efficient, then sure. Like, that's a different thing entirely. Oh, do you? Not a huge Pokemon fan. Glad to see X and Y get a follow-up. I am very interested to see what it's gonna do, if that makes sense. I'm very interested to see what Pokemon will be doing. Big Bunger, hi, thank you for the follow. I'm very curious to see what the new Switch is doing. My brain on one hand wants to buy it. My brain on one hand really wants it, but at the same time, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be the correct decision. I honestly kind of want to wait to see the initial reviews. I kind of want to see if there's performance issues. I kind of want to see if the Joy-Cons are in fact a breakpoint or if they're sturdy, like the N64 and NES, like how they have the thing inside them where you put the cartridge into and it goes up into the cartridge, right? How that, I mean, that's technically a breakpoint, is it not? But it's made of sturdier construction. I kind of want to see what happens with the new Switch before I make a decision on if I buy it or not. This is also on the understanding that I literally got my Zelda edition, Tears of the Kingdom Switch OLED, and immediately the day of it, like, orange screened on me, like, had an error. Like, the day I got it, new inbox. That's where I run into some contention with modern Nintendo. I'm still betting on time travel. I think it is going to be time travel. At least that's the running theory. 1-4. And even then, I kind of like the time travel aspect. I think it's kind of cool. Can't justify playing it. Doesn't respect my time. Was stop making weapons craftable, and that's the thing. It becomes the game doesn't feel like it respects a lot of people's time. And that's the like as a player, there's people like absolutely. I'm sure a bunch of Clan Elysium, sure Dado, sure a bunch of people still think the game is worth their time, and that's fine. I'm not going to take that from them. Other people like me think the game is not worth our time. It feels like it doesn't respect what we want to do, and that's fine. We choose to play other things. The elite community does not get the ability to complain at people saying the game does not respect their time. That is a subjective thing. Now, if I say there's no redeeming quality about Destiny 2, I think that that's a little bit of an overreach. I think that that opens myself up to valid criticism. But if any game doesn't respect your time, or you feel like it's not respecting your time, and you understand what it's doing, right? That's fine. Like, well, I don't like RuneScape. I know it's going to be an MMO, and I don't really like the membership pricing. I think that in terms of membership pricing, it's a little too high for what we're getting, especially in old school RuneScape, where it is a game from, 10, 15, 20 years ago, and they're charging more and more for it, right? Okay, valid criticisms. Sure. I don't like. Someone could not like 14 because 14 just doesn't feel like it respects their time, right? Like, oh well, I'm not able to. I work. I sleep in the middle of the day. The only time I'm really able to play is after shift, and then it's already 4 to 6 in the morning, and I'm not able to really get into activities. I can't justify being able to do group activities. That's fine. That's valid. That's how that works. It used to be on the Tanium Supply, Old Wonders Game Boy. Yeah. Don't they keep it perma plugged in? I thought I heard some news article on it a few years ago. Maybe it finally went out. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. But yeah, no, old Nintendo just because it's too pricey. Or Xbox doesn't want to play. Exactly, yeah. Or hi, I'm an Xbox player. Sure, 14's great, but honestly, I'm paying more to play it on. I'm playing more to play Final Fantasy 14 on Xbox than I am anyone else. That's still valid. Like, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about takes, hot takes, opinions, right? If you have an opinion, sure. Is it reasonable, and can you justify the opinion? That's all that matters. Grats. Hate Destiny 2. Why do you hate Destiny 2? They removed Red War and content that I paid for from the game. You know what? Fair and valid.
You're supposed to die.
You like how I just no-brain this part at this point, or I'm just having an entirely different conversation? Yeah, I think justifying the new Switch is going to be on my main list, especially going into this year where I'm very much looking at things from a business perspective. I'm very much looking at cost-benefit analysis. I'm very much looking at I'm going to get my debts down to about 50%. I think that's going to be a good goal over the next 6 to 8 months. Just get things at least down to 50 to 60% or so, 50, 60%. Watch as my credit starts going up again. Like, I'm treating things like a business at this point. I've also really been digging into the idea of potentially getting certain things together in terms of management, in terms of projects together. Like there's a couple things I've been debating on, none of which I really am going to go super deep into because I don't think this is necessarily the right time for that. But it's going to be a pretty busy year for me, I think, and I'm honestly kind of happy about it. I think that it's going to be a really cool year. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I think there's a lot of cool things, but ultimately, ultimately, I do think that I have to look at things from more of an analytical and business perspective. I do think that there are certain things that I'm just going to miss out on, and that's fine. I think there are things that I'm going to have to pick and choose. I think there are going to be things that I'm going to have to say, no, it's just not worth my time. In terms of Warhammer, I'm going to start slow rolling things a lot more. Like, I would love more bikes for Custodes, but at the same time, do I necessarily need it? Do I need more bikes right now, or do I need to finish painting my Dire Avengers and other things that I've done? Pretty sure that comes first and foremost. Strong, first aid. My steroids. I didn't take my steroids, did I? Strong chem. Do I have any? Yeah, I do have herb. D-series. Where's my arm? Am I just missing it? Am I just dumb? Yes, I am dumb. There we go. There's the head. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find my steroids. Did I use my steroids? I don't remember using them. I don't remember using it. First aid, chem fluid, first aid, crow, snake, shotgun herb. Yeah, I guess I used it. Interesting. Main draw is the loot, but the loot is almost completely random. I don't want to buy it. My RNG sucks. So anything RNG... So you would assume Diablo... Oh, we hate Diablo. No, I actually really enjoyed Diablo 2. Are you kidding me? Baron, Countess, and Bale runs. Sorry, Countess... Not Baron. Countess, Bale, and Mephisto runs are pretty quick, right? So I can spend an hour or half hour just running content. And then... Oh, darn. Wait a minute. You mean I'm able to just... get loot in those times? Sure, I might not get an SOJ off of, like, Nightmare Countess in, like, a half hour. If I do, awesome. If not, well, hey, kind of sucks. I'm only out a half hour. I'm not out 40 minutes of GM. That's my problem. Like, give me like, if it's going to be hardcore, like, loot, if it's going to be hardcore RNG, allow me to be able to do it fairly and reasonably quickly. Diablo and MMO, no. It's old like isometric RPG status. However, I would still argue for the hardcore loot randomization. Borderlands really feels like I'm trying to get something special, especially if it's a one. Yeah, that makes sense. Talking specifically MMOs. It depends what we're talking in terms of gear randomization. Like, are we talking like random drops? Like, so for RuneScape, that shit fucking sucks. I've seen Buddy get a Wen Pet drop from Duo Art Glacor, and we were doing Duo Easy, like normal, sorry, this is normal, Duo Normal Art Glacor. Like, sure, it could drop from that. I've also seen somebody who said they did like 600 hard mode Carapac runs and get no drops. Like, I think maybe they got a book. They did not get any sort of, any of the FSOA pieces. They didn't get anything to make back their investment. 600 dry runs. That sucks. For me, it's just not a selling point. For some people, it is a selling point. It just depends on the person. In RuneScape, plus once you get enough gold, you can just buy most of the shit. You can't. I mean, you can't buy certain things, right? Like, you can't buy the Carapac pet. You can't buy. You can't buy the not the Kiln Cape. The igneous capes, whether they're the specialized ones or the best in slot igneous Kalzuk, right? Or well, whatever it is. It's the actual combination cape. The actual best in slot cape in game last I played. So you can't buy stuff like that. Then again, they also nerfed FSOA, but then again, FSOA Crypt Bloom was just becoming oppressive in terms of magic. Like, but instead of bringing other styles up, they really kind of defaulted to just nerfing stuff. I actually really disagree with Necromancy as an update. I think that Necromancy as an update, not necessarily that it broke the combat triangle, but that I feel that it just kind of spat in the face of the other styles where, you know, well, they could just, you know, unhit cap melee. They could improve melee to be on par with Crypt Bloom. Well, Crypt Bloom was also tank armor, right? You would go, what is it, Metamorph? Is it meta? Is it, I can't remember the actual power armor. It's whatever the 90 power armor for mages. It's like Metamorphic. I think it's the Virago drop, right? The other issue becomes the price point, right? Sure, I can and would learn the game to the point where I could just grind out Zuck again. I would do it. I think the price point and the return, because there's not really a return, right? Streaming RuneScape I mean, I've had some popularity doing it, But also, I've had some kind of dry runs where it's like, people aren't really interested in it, and that's fine. Which means that my time commitment to RuneScape ends up going down. Oh, you're not that deep in, to be honest. Where are you specifically in RuneScape? Because I can come back a little bit. Like, I was pretty high up in terms of combat, so I was, doing things like Zuck.
Zoe? Zoe,
Not now. We don't have the time.
Oh, God.
Do you have both ingredients?
I mean, for pets, too, it makes sense, right? Like, have a sub 1% chance to get, like, I don't know, a Kriara pet, or, like, a next pet drop, right? Makes sense. Like Barrows. Okay, sure, like 70s, right? It's not bad.
Daddy's coming.
Good.
I actually really liked going up through Barrows. That's actually where I stopped playing initially until I got powered with some friends, so I got powered through, it just juices it. It's so good.
What's next?
Oh, no.
We'll take it through the swamp.
Nah, Barrows is fun. Barrows can be super
None of us
fun.
will get very far without the serum.
Things like Zuck get really, really odd.
Hey, one of those is mine.
Zoe, get your ass back to the house. I will deal with you later.
Bonk. I should have probably split the VOD before going into Lucas now that I think about it, but that's fine.
Bad enough.
I do think you do take 0 damage if you block him in this, actually. So that's actually a really nice, it's actually a really nice change, or a really nice feature of having secrets and essence.
It's getting old, Jack.
But I mean, you're just able to justify why you like it, and that's fine. Like, it's like why I can justify why I have issues with, like, Destiny loot, right? Where someone's gonna have the complete opposite take of me. Like, they're like, well, I hate it. Well, I hate crafting in Destiny. Okay, sure. Why do you hate it? I think that it invalidates the core gameplay loop. I think that it right. Cool. Grats, you've justified your opinion. That's all anyone can really ask from you. That's all anyone really can ask from you. However, like, so that's the thing. Is like, why do you hate crafting Destiny? Oh, I think it's just bad. Why is it bad? Oh, I think it's just bad. It shouldn't be there. Cool. What have you added to this conversation, right? Like, that's the key difference there. Add something of value to the conversation. It's fine to like or not like something. That's fine. Tell me why you do not like it or do like it. I think it's under him. I always miss the one that's under him. Every time I hear the exhale, I think it's Crota. Like, the Crota boss, right before Crota. Was it Dessing or whatever? It's still intact. Yeah, I mean, his regen factor's off the fucking chart, though. I'm sure, I think I hit him. I think I got it. It's really hard to... I think it's... Is it the last one there? No, I see him. It's that you have to, like, wait for him to come up, and then you have to get, like, under him. Not sure how to explain why you like RuneScape. RuneScape has a very whimsical atmosphere. It's got a great soundtrack. RuneScape is very drop-in, drop-out. A lot of variety in terms of what you can play, a variety of skills. Free-to-play benefits versus member benefits. I mean, there's a number of reasons. I mean, I could list a number of reasons to play RuneScape. I have no idea where this last one is. It's not underneath him. I just checked. Oh, it's on his arm. What is it? Invention, engineering, tinkering. Skill lets you upgrade Excalibur. I think that's invention. Yeah, like, I'm not max, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not max in certain skills, but I mean, I already have, like, hardcore invention on stuff, right? That's how I get to do things like Rax, Zuck. Virago kind of sucks. I've done Virago in groups. I hate Virago. When hard mode up to, like, I think 100%. Zamorak. Like, I've done bossing. The issue with RuneScape 3 that I run into is I actually really hate how its tile system works. I hate the movement system. Like, it does not play nice with my brain. Bonk. I missed all the stuff around the edge of the room. Doesn't really matter.
I've seen everything.
Drop out gameplay, thank you. Yeah, drop in, drop out. Grats. You want to go level
Ethan,
fucking
this way.
like wood cutting? Have you? Are you at the level to just cut down trees, or are you at the level where you can do like Falador vines, right? Grats. Just pop in, pop out. Play it on literally a second monitor. Oh, besides Warframe, I think it's really interesting seeing that I think we're hitting the end of the live service phenomenon. And like that's the thing on why I think services like Destiny and what's a good example? Destiny fails at being a live service. Call of Duty fails at being a live service, especially after that first year, like when the next game comes out a year later, right? Helldivers, I think, does fail at being a live service in certain aspects because, like, it's a live service. Like, you're expecting. I am funny internet user that demands stimulus, right? Demands stimuli. My brain must be stimulated. Like,
There's only one left.
if you cannot provide content, maybe a live service is not for you.
There can't just be one left.
What the hell are we gonna do now?
I feel like we're see a transformation of it. Oh, most likely, yeah. I mean, we'll probably see a transformation of the live service as we know it.
It's fine.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see where it goes.
It was
I'm very
fine.
curious.
Yeah, I could escape.
But Zoe, Go! Both
Due to
of you,
friends,
just go!
playing catch-up sucks. Presage, for example, requires 50 clears to get all borders without spending Resident. Yeah.
Apparently I belong here.
Like, I mean, I ran Presage went way back. Like, I ran that when that mission was out. I distinctly remember
There
running
won't
it.
be anyone left to
It was
help.
I don't know. And then they removed content from the game. Like, I think did we got our Hawkmoon mission back yet, right? Did we get our Hawkmoon mission back? Whatever it was called, I can't remember. Did we get it back? I don't remember. I actually don't remember. Because we rotated things like Whisper back in, but I think Hawkmoon is still missing for all intents and purposes, right? Hawkmoon is still where? Yeah, like that's. If you just kept the stupid fishing mechanic and if you just kept the seasonal shit in, sure, people have catch up to do, but there's still shit to do. Like, that's why I didn't want to go ham into the fish tank, because like, it's just gonna be gone next expansion anyways. Lo and behold, it's gone next expansion anyways. Have you tried crafting rock jewelry? That's the one.
What the hell else was I gonna choose?
Ethan.
Because DMT was made craftable. I mean, I'd like it to be craftable.
Mia,
Once again, I think crafting was one of the best decisions they made.
we need to talk.
But that's fine. If the community doesn't want crafted weapons, that is perfectly fine. Just,
Look,
I won't play the game. I will go play other things that I feel respect my time far better. That's the one.
I honestly don't remember.
That being said,
try.
I think that you could push back on those creators, such as, you're against weapon crafting, why do you have an Apex Legend, or an Apex Legend, an Apex Predator bait and switch crafted? Get rid of it. Oh, but I have it crafted. Get rid of it. You're against crafted weapons, right? Well, I don't want to. Then shut up about it, right? I think you can have that view on it.
You're okay. What the hell was that?
Season structure isn't good. Oh, it took me 4 months to realize that. Dude, I hate season. I hate the current structure. I hate episodes so much. I don't know. It's weird. Like, has nobody else actually pointed out that the episode structure is bad? No other Destiny content creator has ever said that. Really? That's wild to me. I don't know. It's just so funny. I love how I always devolve into just complaining about Destiny. Maybe I'll pop on later. We'll see. That being said, if you're on the VOD channel, I will catch you in the next one.